Good morning, everybody, and thanks for joining us for another video here at Steve's Adventure Academy. We get a lot of questions about bug-out bags, or what do we carry, everyday carry, that sort of thing. So it's likely we'll do a pocket dump and at the end, and we'll also get right into the backpacks. I tend to like things that are tactical. If you've seen any of our other videos, you know that this is true. Camo is always been my favorite color ever since I was a little kid. And let's face it, tactical stuff is got to cool right in the name. So I was gifted this fantastic, turns out fantastic, SOG backpack. It's not made by SOG, it's made by another company that licensed the name SOG. I guess they like to be called SOG, but if you wanted to be called by initials, guys, periods. Check them out, literacy. It's a wonderful thing. But in any case, SOG or SOG, so I took the liberty of pimping this one out a little bit. A couple of things that happened, of course, is I put our paintball team's patch, ATO, the Atlantic Tactical Outlaws, and so I was lucky enough to be gifted an Umbrella Corporation patch that Velcros on here quite nicely, that glows in the dark. Very cool. In any case, we'll just go rapid fire through what's in, on, or around this bag. So, and this is not meant to be an exhaustive list, although it may be exhausting, of what you should carry or what you should consider. But these are some things that when I was sitting, and if I needed something, I went home and I added something. And so far, I haven't taken much away, so we'll see what's here. So first thing on the outside, one of the things I like about Molly is you can stick stuff in it. Flashlight. This is not my everyday carry flashlight. This is just the cheapo that lives here now. Flashlight's a flashlight. It's nice to be able to see since our eyes process light. So a flashlight on the outside of the bag is just real quick. Something else I added is my massive tactical ferrocerium rod. Again, it just slides into the Molly and stays there forever. Who said there aren't more than one use for a tactical pen? And look at that, a glass breaker. As if anyone has ever in the history of humanity ever needed a glass breaker. It's called a rock, folks. Check it out. Keys are clipped on with this carabiner. I also like to use the carabiner for my water bottle. Now, water bottles are fun to have. One of the things about water bottles, of course, is you often forget it at home. You fill it up, leave it on the counter, and walk out the door to get your adventure on. So one of the tricks, if I may suggest, would be that you need your water bottle to be clean, and part of clean is dry. So your bottle can go into the one take wonders. Bottle hole goes into the bottle holder on the bag, and the cover, in this case, clips onto the carabiner. So that way it's dry and ready to use every time you need it. You just grab it, fill it, put it right back in your bag so you don't leave it at home. Been there, done that. Other things to consider: extra camouflage Cabela's carabiner, just because you're that cool. The flag of Zimbabwe, we were lucky enough to visit and do some business over there, so I was gifted those, so put that on the bag. Let's get into what's on the exterior pockets. So again, I'm just going to go fast. Things to consider: fun candy. A moist mouth is generally not a smelly mouth, so even candy can be nice if you have to meet people in an emergency, and let's face it, maple is just delicious. Some sort of multi-tool. Now, don't take too big crap on the video, but this is the Cabela's multi-tool. It does what it's supposed to do for $9. It's got spring-loaded pliers. The implements are not that good. The saw is basically useless, but it's real small and it's real cheap. So in the event that you need something like this, or you see someone that does, you can easily give this tool away. It's not $20, $30, $40, $150. Is it the greatest? No, but it does the job and it's not expensive. Something else, you might want to have a little bit of beard oil. That's always fun. Your work ID, that sort of thing in the exterior pockets. What else is here? Nothing of importance. So let's get into the more main exterior compartment on this. Now, yes, it is a little overfull, but this does have a surprisingly good organizer on it. So this SOG bag is quite fun. Walmart, I think they were $20. If you haven't switched over to an electronic charger for your phone yet, you should definitely jump on this. You can get them for as low as $6 that are not data compatible, or the Volta chargers would probably be my hands down recommendation. Not only is their warranty really good, even though they're all the way in Australia, they really looked after me when I needed some extra niblets that plug into your phone. And the cord is really nice. All of this stuff works really well. And it takes the stress out of your charging port. This one is data capable. Very, very fun. Let's see. Staying on the topic of phones, a nice brick style charger. These can be hard to pull out, so a nice lanyard so it comes out of the bag easier. And this one is 10,000 milliamps, yada yada yada, multiple charging ports. But what I liked about this one is it has a flashlight built in. Now, if this is not a spectacular light, it's probably 12 to 15 lumens, press and hold. But how long is that flashlight going to last on a 10,000 milliamp hour brick? If you were in an emergency, not only is it high vis, which not much of my stuff is, but you could turn this on and leave it on every night, all night, while the searchers are looking for you. And we know that statistically it's very unlikely that you'll be out there for longer than 3 days, and so this is easily going to run that long. And with that kind of charging capacity, it may keep your mobile device ready to use, assuming that that's helpful in some way. So, brick charger with a built-in light. I would very likely carry my Audacious Concepts tool for maintaining my knives for no other reason that it's super kind of a fun tchotchke, and if you want to mess with your knives in the field or at your desk at the call center, really, it's just friggin' fun. And there are things in here that are only in here because they're cool or fun. Like candy. This is a strop. So this is a lady's belt. I was lucky enough to find one that was unfinished on both sides. So a fan makes a fantastic strop, so it's loaded on the one side and not on the other. I've got a couple of nails in the end here where the belt loop was, and this is an old bowstring. What that lets me do is it's secured on this end, I can unroll it, there are holes in the other end, and using the nails and the bowstring, I can create a continuous loop that I can wrap around my knees and do my stropping. Having a strop in your bag is a great idea. You don't have to spend a bajillion dollars. Just run out to Value Village or whatever local store that you have that recycles stuff, and you know what you're looking for. You're looking for leather that is unfinished on at least one side, hopefully two. That whole thing there, including the discarded bowstring, $3. Pretty easy. More maple candy. Granola bars. Frankly, how can you go wrong? Food is food. Enough calories to get you home is nice. There's a spot in here for your wallet, the Fisher front pocket. Spectacular wallet. Check out the video. The Fisher front pocket also is survival modded for the modern world with a 4 gig 4 gig thumb drive. You can check that out in another video. What else is here? Emery boards. These are fantastic. How many of us have broken a nail, but at a point where it's really uncomfortable catching on stuff, and what are you going to fix it with? Your Bowie? Well, it's really nice to be able to file that stuff down and not break it off anymore. You can also use these for a variety of opportunities, including knife sharpening. So a couple of emery boards. On the knife sharpening front, I've got one of my cross-country ski tuning diamond stones. These work great and they're not expensive. There's a little flippery jipper in here from Max. So there's a pair of ear defenders. Who has ever gone to the range and not forgotten their ear defenders? Okay, put my hand up for that one. It's nice to have an extra set. What else is in here? The survival tent from the dollar store. That's the green dollar store. So for $3 you can get enough Mylar to wrap you and probably 3 or 4 other people in a pinch up and make a tent. I left the cord in just because you can't have too much cordage, it doesn't weigh anything. I did repackage it in a Ziploc bag so it's more durable and easier to take out and put back. But Mylar blankets, something to think about in your bag. Second granola bar, again, calories are a good thing. Also, energy drink. There may be opportunities where someone is injured. We often don't think about injuries insofar as if you have an injury and then you have to wait for rescue. They may not be able to eat and keep anything down, but a little bit of moisture with some minerals in it to keep their electrolytes up is just plain smart. Dig down in here to other pockets. What else do we have? A couple of very old lens cleaning. So these are fun. This is by Nice and Clean, but they make glasses lens cleaners that are Mylar wrapped. Normally they're Mylar inside of this package, but the package, as you can see, has been in the bag for a while. But these are super nice wipes. That's just a nice convenience item. Dirty glasses, you can't see. What can you do if you can't see? Now, I don't need glasses, but I'm constantly hiking or traveling with people that do. You can really make their day by being able to clean a lens. Other things to consider, this is the Cabela's gift card tin. Now, there are gift card tins all over the place. What I like about a rectangular gift card tin is it fits in your pocket. Why are we constantly making containers that are round? This makes sense. There's a coiled up cord in it. It should be round. Nothing else should be round, folks. Your pockets aren't round. You get round pockets on your jeans, this goes right in your back pocket. I've got a variety of fire starting methods in here, and this honestly is not the super functional one. This one's mostly about showing off. So there's all three types of fire creation in here, including actual flint and a piece of steel, a variety of tinder materials. But what I like about these tins is you can make char cloth. So emergency situation, you make your first fire, you put a bunch of cotton material in here. If you have it, you can put this in the fire and you have that next fire mentality. Other things to consider. Well, who doesn't want a 50 cal pen? Any kind of writing device is a good idea. Pencils probably smarter because they're cheap and they never run out of ink. You can write, they still work when they're wet, and you can use them for tinder. But I've got a 50 cal pen. I'm going to have the 50 cal pen. Other things that one might consider, I've got a couple of pairs of gloves, and by a couple I mean 3. So the little blue gloves to give away, the black ones, the mechanic style black gloves, they're going to be the same level of clean, but they're much more durable. So that's a nice thing to have. And particularly, frankly, if you're dealing with blood, this is less likely to scare people, because if your hands are super bloody, the blue's not going to show up on the black as much as it will on the light blue. So you're not going to scare people. Some people are afraid even of their own blood. But the real winner, in my opinion, is you can go to Princess Auto or any of these places and get the automotive style. These are easily reusable, clearly not in a biological such scenario, but they're very durable. You could probably work most of the day with these gloves on. And any kind of glove is going to help with blisters and that sort of thing. And let's be honest, bug out folk, you're probably spending a lot of time in front of your computer, Googling all the stuff you're going to bug out with, and you've got soft hands like me. How are you going to operate all your fancy tools and your great big axes and your wonderful saw if you don't have any gloves? You're going to be blisters in minutes, guys. So, ladies and gentlemen, gloves. Can't overstate gloves. Throwaway gloves, disposable gloves, cut-proof gloves. Personally, I love the cut-proof ones. Moving on. Try to keep this video reasonable. What else should you consider? Well, I generally am a safety glasses guy in a case that can't be crushed. So a nice pair of safety glasses, maybe with a little bit of UV protection. You're probably not going to be working a lot at night. And if you are moving around at night, it's nice to have glasses in an unfamiliar area so you don't get whacked in the eyeball with a stick. Glasses, they're also going to keep, frankly, sparks, chips, everything out of your eyeballs. And if you're alone, that's going to be super important, because who's going to pick the stuff out of your eyes? Wind chill meter with a thermometer on it. Now, this one has a compass for looking at, not for using. You couldn't navigate across a room with that compass, but it'll tell you how cold it is. This can be valuable, particularly if you're driving. So if your bug out includes a vehicle, it's nice to know if it's below 0 so you don't skid off the road. I don't always carry a big knife, but when I do, it's from cold steel. In this case, the GI Tanto. This one is the edge-mounted one, so you can check out my other videos. Tired of Tantos. The edge grind has been relaxed to really unleash the potential of this particular blade. And if you're looking to fix up the handle so the index is better, the knots are under my fingers, like that. And a gutted paracord is the perfect size. So when we look at how my hand closes over it, See where my fingers are? There's almost a little gap in the back, so slightly tighter than a tennis grip. That's a really nice grip. This scabbard is modded for my preferred inverted right side carry. That way, if you're in Canada, you want to know where your knife is every single time, you have to consider snow pants, you have to consider a long jacket that hangs down below your butt. So having the knife come out this way, you're ready for try to go for the world record bear stabs, go 13. And frankly, it's not a big deal to have to flip it around. If you have to paw your jacket up and dig down into your snow pants to try to find your knife, you're wasting way more time than I am going from this grip to cut your hot dog packages. Go Mall Ninjas. Other things to consider: hammock. This is an $8 hammock from Wish. I added $4 worth of static climbing rope from Mountain Equipment Co-op, which is rated to a bajillion. But what's fun about having a hammock like this is it's looped through. What it comes with are carabiners that are looped through, and then you're supposed to have tree straps and all that other rigging. By adding 15 feet of cord on each side, you can tie it anywhere. So you got 15 that way, 15 that way. The cord can be removed from the hammock so you can wrap yourself up in it. If your primary shelter, which is your clothes, you need some help. If you didn't bring a rain jacket or you had to give it away, you can create a shelter out of your hammock. So hammocks are really nice because it's not just for sleeping in. You can wrap yourself up in it. You can sit in it as a chair. You can use it as a shelter. So I can use that as a tarp. But adding the rope tie-outs on either end that can be easily removed, that's just smart. Other things to consider: buffs. These are fantastic. I should probably do a video on these, but Buff has already done it. So it's a hat, it's a toque, it's a scarf, it's a tourniquet, it's a mask. If you're out in the boat in the world, you can wear it on your arm. It's very, very simple. So check out these tube style scarves. Personally, this is a knockoff. It's not as nice as Buff. Particularly in the modern world, you might want to consider the Cool Max buff, since Cool Max is antimicrobial, antibacterial by nature. It's not COVID rated, and neither are the masks they make you wear in the stores. Check it out. Other things to consider: well, you can keep your bills in here if you want to. More than one buff is always nice because you can make a hat and a scarf. I was lucky enough to be gifted a tarp, so a small tarp. This is really only, this one is 4x9, just enough waterproof material to wrap up in and as a coat if your hammock's not working, or to make a shelter. And now I've got a place that I could stay. It's light, it's cheap, it was fun. What else do we have in here? All kinds of fun stuff. Notebook. You can carry, all your ideas around in a notebook. I won't bother pulling that out, just a notebook. Nothing of interest there. Camera filters and headphones. These can be great fun if you enjoy outdoor photography as much as I do. So a polarizing filter and also a macro magnification filter. Headphones is a nice idea. Again, if you forget your headphones or you need a microphone to be able to record a video, like this one with nice audio, it's just super nice. What have we missed? Well, this bag has so many pockets, I just don't know what to do. Oh, last thing I guess for the bag is going to be a KFS. Now you can do this 100 ways. Frankly, I would say the smartest way might be, if you're into outdoorsy stuff, toothbrush. Something else to consider: chopsticks. Why? Well, you can eat with them. You can pick up hot stuff with them when you're cooking. And you can slice them up and make tinder, so that you can create your fire with them. So you already got tinder. A clean, quality Ziploc bag with nothing in it. Why? Because you're probably going to carry a little tissue and make a little doo-doo in the woods. And then what are you going to do? You got no way to take that home. Ziploc bag. A gold fork from a wedding. Why? Because somebody's going to say, "Oh man, that's a nice KFS set. You got an extra fork?" Yeah, buddy, here you go. Merry Christmas. Don't let the door hit you. So KFS, there's a variety of ways to go. I'm super blessed to have amazing people around me. God is good, that's for sure. This one is one of those fancy German ones. I think it's German. If it's not, murder me in the comments. So, actual can opener. Look at that monster. It's got a bottle opener in it because they could. Who's going to open a bottle? I don't know. It does make nice to be able to pry the lids up when if the can opener doesn't work fully, but this one's a monster. So serious can opener, full size knife. I did take the liberty of adjusting the edge guide like I do on everything to make the knife more useful. It's not really sharp yet, but it could be because the knife rides tip down inside the can opener. If you can get these, they are spectacular. Actual fork, not a spork, that doesn't do anything well. You can't, it just strains the noodle out of your soup well, I guess. But an actual fork and a full-size spoon. You could dig a trench with that monster. Not that you'd ever want to. But they nest inside each other, slide down inside the handle, and the whole thing becomes a one unit. Very, very fun. I'm super grateful. I love using it. So, what's in your bag? Well, that's a quick overview of what's in your bag. And as promised, we'll do a quick pocket dump. So, what's in my pockets? Well, the i5T from Olight. Why? Because it's not programmable. It uses a single AA battery. It came in a limited, don't know how limited it is, but OD green, and it wasn't expensive. This 300 lumens, I mean, come on. Do your research, but two-way pocket clip, it's just stupid. Stupid is good on this channel, by the way, unless it's stupid. In any case, lip balm, beard balm, 2.0 magnification folding glasses. These are great fun. I don't think they'll be powerful enough to make a solar fire, but we'll try that another time. PM2 with the DNT3 custom scales, the titanium Spyderco logo clip, and Pocket Mandalorian. If you're not watching it, check it out, Star Wars fans. Cold Steel Recon 1 in the large. What else have we got? Oh yeah, super fun dual trench lighter. Love this. The sliding gate. Not only do you see the flame going larger like that, isn't that fun? But it really makes it a lot easier to light stuff. It's outperforming my Zippo in that way. I do miss with the Zippo because I had so much fun mods, and the Fisher Custom Leather sleeve on it was really fun. And finally, the DB coin. One of 98 produced, one of 8 in Canada. Just super fun. Thank you so much for watching the whirlwind video about what's in the Bugout bag, things to consider. Now again, feel free to blow us up in the comments. I mean, that's what the internet's for, right? Go keyboard cowboys. But seriously, almost every single comment is really respectful. We really appreciate it. And there's no reason why you shouldn't have an intelligent discourse about what to add, what not to use. This is just kind of a melange of stuff that I discovered I wanted, and I